Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be making a bath salt, but we're not going to just make any bath salt. We're actually going to be making a root chakra bath salt. I don't know if you know too much about the chakras, but there are 7 of them going from the top to the bottom of your spine. Each chakra represents a different part in your body or different areas that have kinetic energies that may be blocked. And so we're going to be talking about the first chakra today, which is the root chakra. The root chakra can be found at the bottom of your spine. This chakra has to do with anything from your waist down. So we're talking about your feet, your legs, your calves, any kind of lower back issues that you may be having could be due to a reason of your chakra being blocked. Now, this is the grounding chakra. It is the foundation. The foundation for anything we do is most important because we need to be grounded to be able to grow. So, when you have this chakra that is blocked, you want to make sure that you do things to help you unblock it. Some of those things include taking a bath, which is why we're going to make this lovely bath salt, but there are other things that you can do to unblock your chakra as well. Some of those may include getting a pedicure, going outside, getting a stone that you know you are connected to and keeping it with you to help you stay grounded. Having sex is actually a really great way to be grounded. It helps you relieve a lot of energy that has built up and helps you move on to what you need to do next, because when your chakra, your root chakra anyway, is blocked, it actually has a way of stopping you from getting things done. So you're not able to fulfill goals that you've set, or you're having issues that are in your back, lower back pains, or you're having feet issues, or you're someone who is starting to feel flaky or dazed or not able to get a hold of everything going on in your life right now. It could have a lot to do with the fact that this energy is blocked, and when this energy is blocked, it definitely messes with your physical mind and your body. So we're going to make a bath salt today on how to unblock that chakra. So let's get started with the ingredients that we're going to need. The ingredients that we're going to use to make this root chakra bath salt are going to be epsom salt. We're going to be using baking soda. We're going to be using 2 different types of sea salt. I'm going to be using pink Himalayan salt, which is actually amazing for bath salts. It's a great detoxifier for your body, and it penetrates right through the skin, especially when put into a bath. So it is super amazing. We're also going to be using a coarse sea salt, and because the root chakra is red in color, every chakra has its own color and its own scent, we're going to be using a red pigment powder in this formula to give it a little bit of a red tint. And then we're going to be using essential oils inside of it. Now, there are many essential oils that actually go along with the root chakra, so you are more than welcome to pick out any scents that you prefer or that you like. Some of them include sandalwood and patchouli and myrrh. I think I said that wrong. I'm actually going to be using cedarwood, and I'm going to be using cypress essential oils. Both are great for grounding you. So we're going to be putting all of those ingredients into a bowl. We're going to mix it all together. I'm also going to be adding lavender buds, which is a great flower to put in your bath salts. Again, you can choose another flower if you like. Some people like to choose calendula, which is really nice. I like the lavender. I like to take baths more into the evening hours. It's not something I do in the morning. And lavender has a very calming smell and effect that helps you go to sleep better at night. And plus, lavender is also good for grounding yourself. So we're going to be using these buds inside the mixture. Now, obviously, there are other things you can do. Like I said, you can also, when you're taking this wonderful bath, light yourself some nice candles with one of these grounding smells, or put it in your diffuser, whichever one you prefer. And another thing I enjoy doing a lot is doing chakra yoga. It is incredible. I actually follow someone on YouTube that is so amazing. I'm going to leave her link in the description down below. If you ever want to check her out and you're trying to unblock any of your chakras, I would definitely go on her page and look at some of her yoga classes that she does on them, and definitely do those as well, because anything you can do to unblock your chakra is going to be helpful. So let's get started on how we're going to make this. So we are going to be starting with 3 cups of Epsom salt. 1, 2, Epsom salt is super calming for baths, so it's no wonder why you would want more Epsom salt than anything else in this. Now I'm just going to take my pestle and crush up the Epsom salt, some of the chunks that are in there, because we don't want it to be chunky. Okay, so I crushed up all of the Epsom salt and its chunks. Hopefully I got them all. If not, I can go back through it again later. We're going to be adding 1.5 cups of sea salt. Like I said, I'm using 2 different types of sea salt. So we're going to be using our coarse sea salt, which is going to be 1 cup. And we're also going to be using a 1/2 cup of Himalayan pink sea salt. We're going to make sure that we mix this up all together before we go in and add the baking soda. Now that we have mixed the sea salt inside the Epsom salt, you can see that has a little bit of a pink tone. I don't know if you can tell on the video, but we're going to be adding 1/2 cup of baking soda. So I don't know if you remember from my last video when I did a foot soak detox, we did something similar where we added Epsom salt, sea salt, and baking soda together. But as I told you in that video, when putting baking soda in the bath, even for your feet, you don't want to do it too often, because as much as it helps to take off impurities and dead skin cells, it also can have the effect of drying it out if used too often. So in this formula, it's a little bit different. Because we're doing an all body soak, we're going to be using more Epsom salt. Epsom salt definitely helps relieve a lot of issues in the body, and using less baking soda so that we're not drying out the skin that we're trying to help hydrate and moisturize. So we're going to be using that 1/2 scoop of baking soda into this formula. And just so you know, this is something you can do 1 to 2 nights a week. So let's get that in there. And then we'll mix this all up before we add the color and the essential oils. We are going to be adding in approximately 20 drops of essential oils. So since I have 2 essential oils, I'm going to do 10 drops for each of them, and then I'm going to mix it all up into this. Now you can use a spoon to mix it up, or if you'd like, you can grab some gloves and mix it up with your hands. But you want to make sure that the essential oil is pushed around and mixed into everything. Sometimes it's even better to do a few drops, mix it up, do a few more drops, and then mix it up again. So I'm going to get started on doing that. Be right back. Now we have mixed all the essential oils inside of here, so we still have the color to add, and then we're going to be adding the lavender buds in. Because this color is such a beautiful pinkish tinted color, we're going to pour 1/2 of this into another jar before we color it. So we're only going to color 1/2 of it red and leave the other a nice little pinkish tone, so that when it mixes together in the bag, it will look really nice together. Obviously, I am making this for personal use, but if you were making it for someone else, definitely use some kind of gloves when you're using this, because your hands definitely get involved in the mixture. So let's pour 1/2 of this into here before we add the color in. Okay, so we have 1/2 in here we can mix up, and then 1/2 in here we're going to turn red. So as we learned from some of my other videos, when using pigment powder, always start small. A very small pinch goes a really long way. If you need more after you've added that in, then add more, but always start a little bit. So let's get that pigment powder ready to go in. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to start with the smallest pinch ever and see what kind of red we get, and then we'll go from there. So, and mix it up super well if you're using pigment powder. If you don't have colored pigment powder, you can actually use red food coloring from your kitchen. So, yeah, you can already start to see that it's already changing to a deeper pinkish color, but we're going to keep mixing because I remember last time we mixed it and it got really dark really fast. I won't make you wait through this, so we'll be back as soon as this is ready. Okay, we're back. So I ended up putting 2 more pinches in after that. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks a little pink in the screen, but it is a nice red. I think I'm pretty happy where this red turned out. I think I'm not going to add any more to that because I think it looks like a nice red mixed with this wonderful pink tone is going to be beautiful. So we're going to get started in adding the lavender buds in. For the lavender buds, we're going to be adding about 1.5 tablespoons to each batch, making approximately 3 tablespoons for the whole batch. So I have the green and purple lavender buds. There are different kind of lavender buds you can get. I just bought these, obviously. You can also grow your own and try them out. They smell amazing. If you get the ones that are all purple, they do usually cost more money, and I will definitely leave you guys the link down below in the description of where I got my products from, so that if you want to do this yourself, you'd be able to order them. So that's 1 for each side, and then we'll do like a little bit of a half more on each one. And then we're going to mix that in as well. Oh, lavender, to me, just makes everything smell great. Mix the other side. And now it only takes about 1/2 cup to make your bath. So fill up your bath nice and warm, put 1/2 cup of this in there, and relax and tell yourself that you got this and you're going to build a great foundation and be able to set goals and move forward. So, I don't know if you can see the little tiny buds inside of there. We're going to be putting these in a package and mixing them in together. So I'm going to get those packages ready so you can see how they're going to look. I am actually going to be using this package to store my bath salts in. So it is silver on one side and clear on the other. So I'm going to do my best to try to design this as it goes up into the bag. Being into bag, it will move around a lot, but I find the bag is easier for me to just go in, scoop out 1/2 cup and throw it in the bathtub. So easy, convenient. So I'm not going to waste your time showing you how I put this together. I'll be back when it's all filled. Okay, so I did fill up the bag. I was actually able to get 3 cups of product into the bag. And like I told you before, every 1/2 cup is 1 use for your bath. So it actually has 6 uses in it. I just did 1/2 cups going all the way up in different stripes. So you can see the red and the pinkish color the best you can. I'll get a little bit of a close-up. That is your bath salt bag. So of course you could, I'm going to be using this for myself. I'm probably going to get rid of the extra product to my sister. But of course if you're making this for someone else, definitely use gloves when you're making it because your hands get super involved in the product making. And that is our finished product. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like it down below. Definitely give it that thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit the bell and hit all notifications so that you don't miss any of my future videos coming out. And please leave a comment down below. Tell me how you deal with your chakras and what you do to get balanced back in your life, because it is super important to make sure that we're not walking around with blockages and that we're living our best selves. So definitely leave those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. I will also be leaving the places that you can actually purchase these products. I will also leave you a link to that foot soak detox, because the foot soak detox actually is really good if you're having any problems with your root chakra. It definitely helps. Like I had said earlier, a pedicure, anything to do with your feet is definitely going to help your root chakra to unblock that. And I will also leave down below that yoga meditation for chakras as well. It is super helpful and it helps me really stay grounded. I really enjoy balancing myself in the chakras and of course all my natural products. So until next time, have a wonderful week.